In Q2 2012, Billerud increased its net sales by 7% to 2.4 billion Swedish kronor compared to Q1 and had an operating margin of 7%. Per Lindberg, CEO of Billerud, what are the key takeaways from the Q2 report?
First of all, that we grew our top line, we grew our bottom line, and the results from our three business areas increased as compared to Q1. And the result from our packaging papers, which is packaging specialty papers and packaging boards, is above 10%, which is also good to see because that's where we need to be.
How is the market situation for your packaging paper segments?
When it comes to order books, they're quite stable. They've been stable throughout the quarter and a little varying between different products and product segments, but overall stable and at normal levels. When it comes to pricing, also stable in local currency. We've seen some decline in some areas due to a change in mix, but local prices are stable.
As from Q3 2012, Billerud will go from 3 to 2 business areas. Why is that?
The reason is the acquisition of the UPM assets in Finland and now of course Billerud assets in Finland. And we will be, after that transaction, we're more or less fully integrated when it comes to pulp. And doesn't make any sense and there's no point in reporting pulp externally. And of course, the two business areas that we now, after Q2, will report, packaging and specialty papers and packaging boards, is in anticipation of the future combination with Korsnäs.
How has the integration of Billerud's acquisition from UPM progressed?
Really well. I think the preparation for the takeover was well done. And the integration so far, starting from June 1st, is running according to plan. We're operating under transitional service agreements, maximum 6 months. And during that time, we make preparations for taking it over completely and integrate them fully into our systems. And this is running well and according to plan.
During Q2, Billerud announced a combination with Korsnäs. What's the main rationale for that?
We will create a leading company within packaging materials. It will be a company focused on primary fibers, focused on food and consumer and industrial packaging, and it will be of significant size, a turnover of 20 billion Swedish crowns, and also very high and stable profits. And this is a combination that makes both industrial and financial sense. And based on that, we also feel that we can generate a good shareholder return. So, and that's really the reasons.
What is the outlook going forward?
The outlook is reasonably stable when it comes to demand. We made announcements of price increases for packaging and specialty papers. They did go through slightly in Q2. And we will most likely see a further increase in pricing for packaging specialty papers in Q3. For the rest of the business, we expect stability.
What is the view on wood prices?
The overall wood cost will be lower in 2012 as compared to 2011, between 4 and 5%. Where we are in Q2, from where we are in Q2, we expect stability for the rest of the year throughout Q3 and Q4.
Do you foresee any transaction-related costs going forward?
Yes, we will have slight cost related to the separation of the Finnish assets, which has already been announced. And in addition to that, we will have transaction-related costs when it comes to the merger with Korsnäs of roughly 50 million, which will happen in the quarter when the transaction is made. On top of that, we will have financing costs and also integration costs happening after the transaction takes place.